these video game villains may hit a little too close to home.
We have a secret attack force awaiting your command. You must show no mercy.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 terrorists in video games.
Terrorists, right? Now, please, stay right here. Enjoy the crab rangoon.
For this list, we're looking at the most memorable and scariest terrorists in video game history. We're basing our picks off of fan and critical reception, their fright factor, and their lasting legacy.
Team 3, start to report!
We are excluding entire criminal organizations like Pokemon's Team Rocket, as we're only focusing on individuals. Number 10, Kunlun, Killer 7.
Check. This time, the game is mine.
Killer 7 is a fascinating video game that flew under many players' radars, and it contains one of the most thought-provoking, albeit rather confusing, stories in the medium. The game follows a group of American government hitmen as they battle against Kunlun, an immortal embodiment of evil.
As if the spirit of Jack the Ripper had taken over his body, he stabbed and stabbed until you couldn't tell who she was.
Lon is a terrifying villain due to both his eternal status and his god hand, which transforms humans into freaky beings called Heaven Smiles. While he may not be entirely realistic, his uncontrollable power makes him a truly petrifying foe. Number 9, Sabal, Far Cry 4.
Sins against the gods can only be washed away with blood.
Far Cry 4, like its prequel, casts you as an outsider in a harsh and unforgiving wilderness, this time in the mountain kingdom of Kyrat, a place ruled by the tyrannical pagan Min.
Those terrorists, they ruin everything. Like dinner. Did no one ever teach you that it's rude to text at the table?
Throughout the game, the player has the choice to side with Amita or Sabal, the latter being a man who wants to reclaim the spiritual past of the Kyrati people and will do anything to attain that goal. He often uses religion to bend people to his will, and will slaughter anyone in his path who values momentum over tradition.
Bad enough having Pagan destroying everything. Now she wants to do his job for him? I'm done with her.
There's nothing scarier than a man who values blood over anything else.
You chose to desecrate your own heritage and spit on the gods.
Number 8, Balak, Mass Effect, Bring Down the Sky.
You're almost more trouble than you're worth.
I'm just getting started.
We're about to throw a whole ton of jargon at you, so try to keep up.
Oh, or had you forgotten about that?
In this inspirational first chunk of DLC for the original Mass Effect, Balak leads a Batarian terrorist organization that attacks asteroid X-57 in the orbit of Terra Nova. Not only does this dude look creepy as hell, complete with green skin and 4 eyes, but his actions are irredeemable, like any good villains should, including sabotaging the asteroid so it will collide with Terra Nova and ruthlessly killing hostages.
Now, if you want your friends to live, I suggest you step aside.
Number 7, Jinx, League of Legends. This ultra-popular game is loaded with fantastic heroes, but what would a hero be without a classic villain or two? Jinx delivers the required villainy in spades and provides one of gaming's finest terrorists. Jinx is easily one of the most unpredictable characters in the game, often killing and causing destruction without care or regard for the consequences. In her backstory, she's a menace to the city of Piltover. And Jinx obtained that fashionable name because she always brought trouble to the city whenever she appeared. Like the Joker in Gotham City, Jinx is always a nuisance and always a threat when she's in your lane. Number 6, Emil Dufresne, Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Double Agent.
Here you go.
Tom Clancy's stories are rife with powerful terrorists and menacing villains, but none, at least in the games, are more imposing than Emil Dufresne. He is the leader of John Brown's army, aka the JBA, which is a well-known American terrorist organization within the game.
Jamie caught him inside the compound. It's like he was looking for somebody.
He's a formidable foe not only for his villainous ambitions, which is to blow up New York City, but also for his commanding personality and cunning intelligence, which he often uses to his advantage.
We're going to die either way. I'm just making sure we have plenty of company.
While all terrorists are certainly scary, smart ones are the most frightening.
I don't care if he's PTA. Because I like you, Sam. You get to do the honors.
Number 5, Wild Dog, Time Crisis series.
Surprise, surprise.
Wild Dog?
The rail shooter of the 90s that everyone remembers playing in arcades, Time Crisis was both a blast to play and provided fascinating, if rather blocky, villains to enjoy.
I can't let things end this way.
Wild Dog is a master with explosives, proving to be an immensely satisfying challenge while also looking pretty cool in the process.
Action!
Try though you might, he's hard to put down for good, as he keeps coming back in the sequels, eventually sporting a Gatling gun for an arm. While more developed villains came in the future, Wild Dog was a cornerstone for the cabinet shooter series.
You fools!
Number 4, Kane, Command & Conquer series.
The time has come to deal GDI a blow from which it cannot recover. Hammerfest must be crushed.
Kane is the ultimate godlike figure of video games. He claims to have arrived on Earth between 6000 and 4000 BC, and says that he provided humans with the correct tools in order to advance as an intelligent species. He's also, of course, the leader of the Brotherhood of Nod, a movement devoted to the alien substance known as Tiberium.
Our scientists have perfected the next generation of Tiberium-based missiles.
The elusive and mysterious nature of Kane makes him an otherworldly and menacing opponent, and his vile and melodramatic personality has earned him the distinction of being a classic video game villain.
It has been truthfully said that knowledge is power.
Whether you think he's a violent terrorist or the Messiah in the flesh is up to you, but I wouldn't picture my version of the Messiah terraforming the entire Earth, would you?
Killian is dug in there. Capture her. Alive if possible, but spare no one in her charge.
Number 3, Albert Wesker, Resident Evil series. Wesker's a badass villain and looks cool as hell doing all the things he does, often appearing with his signature black trench coat, sunglasses, and slicked back hair. Just kidding, he's the ultimate douchebag, although I'm sure that initial description is exactly how he'd describe himself.
I don't need anyone else.
Originally part of the STARS group sent to investigate Raccoon City, Wesker reveals himself to be a double agent at the end of the first game. And by the time we see him in the 5th game, he's plotting for world domination.
Ouroboros will be released into the atmosphere, ensuring complete global saturation.
Disseminating a virus through the entire Earth's atmosphere? That sounds pretty terrorizing to me. Number 2, Liquid Ocelot, Metal Gear Solid series. The Metal Gear Solid series of games are some of the most acclaimed of all time, and that is, without question, helped by its myriad of stunning villains. After Revolver Ocelot grafted Liquid Snake's arm onto himself, he became Liquid Ocelot and launched his plans to destroy the Patriots' AI network, which would also cause the world's economic necessities to cease, thus causing society to collapse into a state of anarchy.
The system is mine! Your guns and your weapons are no longer your own.
As an amalgamation of two of your greatest foes, Liquid Ocelot is somehow familiar and alien all at once, and is a powerful adversary for both Snake and the world at large.
Bang!
Before we look at our favorite terrorist, here are a few honorable mentions.
Where's Romer? Where are the other bombs?
You're too late, Logan.
We'll see.
Burn in hell. Hey, come on! Hang in there! Come on!
Number 1, Vladimir Makarov, Call of Duty Modern Warfare series.
What happens here today will change the world forever. Nothing can stop this.
The Call of Duty franchise has given us some truly memorable terrorists, such as Raul Menendez and Imran Zakayev, but none of them come close to the sheer ferocity of Makarov. The mastermind pulling the strings behind the events of the Modern Warfare franchise, Makarov and his actions will go down in video game history, specifically for massacring a Russian airport, nuking part of the Middle East, and essentially starting World War III.
That was no message. This is a message.
The character, and the games that he has appeared in, has garnered severe controversy from the public, mostly due to his realistic actions in familiar scenarios. But if that doesn't deserve our number 1 spot, we don't know what does.
You know who I am? Yes. Then
and you know what I want.
You're insane.
Do you agree with our list?
Unfortunate. But it does provide one with an interesting speculation.
What video game terrorist is your favorite? For more villainous top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
I never thought it would be so easy. But these results... refreshing.